Hi Virgo, this is just with your February 2020 tarot reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So Virgo, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but some of you Virgos, you don't want to work. You don't want to work. You would much prefer to be home and enjoy all the love that is home and family. Someone could have just had a baby, so you guys are enjoying that new, fresh energy of a baby being in the home, and every day feels like Christmas and night New Year's Eve, and it's just a lot of love. And there even may be gatherings and parties and festivities. Some of you may be having one, like throwing a shower or party or an event, or attending events of other people's festivities and that sort of thing. So it's a great time to be around people that you love and that you like and you care for, and a lot of new fresh energy all about and buzzing around. So work may seem to be a bit of a daunting task because you may be having difficulties at work. People nitpicking, problematic energy, backbiters, gossipers, slackers, the usual cast and characters. And it could be a particular person who's also very problematic as well. Now, if you work in retail or you do some type of surveillance work, security work, you may be catching thieves and liars all over the place. Like you're catching them left and right. So that's good. If you have, if you hold that type of title, but there is very unethical behavior happening at the workplace, which is kind of disheartening for some of you because you may be finding out that, you may be getting laid off, or you may be passed up for an opportunity that you feel you deserve. And you may know exactly why it's happening. There could be politics involved, or people playing favorites, that sort of thing. And so you had to leave an environment that just was completely unhealthy and someone was making you unhappy. Now, for some of you, you may have already left and now you're at a new stage. Some of you may be changing traditional way of working and now working inside your home, which would be great if you decided to like say, I'm going to start working from home and focus on a home-based business. I think that would be so good for you. It would just be good for not just, overall, it looks like it'll work out, in the business, but it looks like it'll be great for your physical, spiritual, and mental and emotional well-being. You will be so happy, and people will be happy to have you around the home too. There is, though, I have to say, some loss that you've incurred, and there is confusion about how do you replace it, how do you reconcile, how do you fix whatever's been problematic. I feel like some of you have had a disconnect with another person, a person that maybe you have bonded with. This could be in a workplace, could be in any area of your life, but there's a bonding that has been destroyed. And it's a devastating situation, how things happened. And you're still kind of confused. Like you may not know all of the details. Like, what the hell did this, how did this? But it's just like it's over. And it's time for you to move on. And yes, you've lost some money in the process. And yes, you may have lost someone that you valued. Like you really held this person at a high regard. And at least you thought they felt the same way, but obviously not. Now, some of this energy is going to, start to spiral into you feeling stuck, feeling trapped, but that's not going to last long. And obviously, this seems to be the theme for most people. When you start to feel stuck, it doesn't last because someone comes along and kind of shakes you out of that energy, or you gain a hold of yourself and you get back into Virgo mode, which is work mode, which is research mode, and setting a plan for yourself. And just like that, an offer comes in. Just like that, new opportunities comes to you. But I think for some of you, this is going to stick with you. Whatever this is, whatever the deceit, whatever the devastation, whatever the betrayal, it's going to stick with you. Not so much that it happened and that you had to move on, because you guys are smart enough to know that life is ever changing, but it's the way it happened that will always stick to you. And with that, that's what lessons are made of, right? So now let's get into love. For you single Virgos, well, some of you have been giving love a try. You have been accepting offers coming your way, but now things have slowed down, right? And maybe the people that you've been getting to know, you've been finding things out about, or maybe they just stopped texting you, calling you, whatever the routine has been, that kind of stopped. And I mean, it's that kind of energy where, it should be expected if people are just casually dating people, because we're approaching the love day of the year, the day that separates couples from superficial relationships. And so, you may be experiencing that, Virgo. You may be one of those people that, you figure out or you realize, oh, you're a player. Oh, so you have someone. Oh, you're married. What, you have kids? Oh, like you are figuring out now that this person, where you thought it was going somewhere, was going nowhere because, well, this person is already with someone. And it's because of the holiday that's coming up that they've become so disconnected. Don't worry, because after the 5th, the 14th, I mean, hell, give them by the 20th. Sometimes people take long vacations together. I'm I'm laughing because I think it's kind of funny. I think if you're just, not if you're like 100% in love, committed, and you're the person being cheated on, there's something funny about that. But I think if you're socially dating people, these types of things usually come into play, right? And the next thing is going to be it's getting hot and people become missing too around when it gets hot, the holidays and stuff like that. So, it's these kind of idiosyncrasies that you have to deal with people. With some of you, you may be waiting around. You will hear from them again, sure. Probably after the love week, you're gonna hear from them again. But before then, you may be watching their Instagram and social media sites to see, what the hell happened. How did you just up and disappear out of nowhere? After you get over the haze of like feeling stuck and trapped, and frozen in time over their disappearance, then it's like, no, I want to know what the hell had happened. And so now this person kind of tries to contact you, but I think you should expect a liar to be in your midst. Some of you may have a liar and a player in your midst. So there you go. Now, couple Virgos. Some of you, it's like, it's literally, and I knew it. As I was laying the cards in, I said, I bet you this is going to be great. Couple Virgos, you guys are so in love. I think you guys have met your soulmate, or the person that you feel is just your ultimate dream, more than what you dreamt for, right? And, there is this, you could be taking a trip or a surprise trip, I actually see some of you getting surprised and getting proposed to. And it could be like, what, you want to get married now? Like now? Yeah, it looks amazing. And it's kind of one of those things where if you've been sulking and somber over someone from your past that you have never completely let go of, and it has been devastated the way you've been treated or what you had to deal with this person, don't worry, because it looks like someone's coming in to make things better and you're not even expecting it. And for some of you, it literally hasn't happened and it's about to. Like love is about to come your way in a major way. Just when you were still chasing and looking, through the bushes at someone else, love comes. Love comes. And just be careful, that you're not holding on to someone, even though you're a couple. I know I'm starting to speak like you're single, but for some of you, I do have to say that love is about to come. So you're on your way to being a couple with someone, or someone that you've not taken so serious because you've been so focused on your past. It's like there's going to be a new slate with someone new. Others of you, again, like I said, if you're a couple, you could be going on a trip, going on vacation together, going someplace that's going to make you really, really happy. But I do feel, though, that if there's any problems in this relationship that the two of you have experienced in the past that could have had something to do with a third party situation or whatever, this person not being committed, this person not being real with you, if you're willing and if you're open to giving this another chance, do whatever you can to just give it a clean slate. Try not to bring any of the issues from the past into this relationship. Meaning for you could be not trusting them and second guessing them. And I know that could be very difficult. Someone has to earn your trust back again, but allow them to do that, because that's what the two of you need. You need a clean slate, because if your heart is saying, no, I've been hurt too many times, or you devastated me, and your head is saying, I just can't get over the loss, but you want to kind of get back out there again, you want to give this a second chance, but you don't feel like it has the value anymore that it once had, then your answer is clear. But if you're going to answer the call of love, you've got to give it a clean slate. And that means you have to get rid of all of these, tormenting and detrimental thoughts and feelings that's only going to put this relationship back into the same place. That's kind of what I'm seeing here, because there's an opportunity to get a new slate on love, but you've got to take it as that, a clean slate, a fresh slate, and start over again. Now the question is, will you? Will you take this as a clean slate? And I'm not in your life. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So you're right. Before you say, well, Jess, you don't know. I don't know. I'm only reading what I see. But again, if there is an offer for a new slate, you have to ask yourself, am I willing to put everything behind me? Can I put it all behind me and accept this anew? So in the extended, we're going to look deeper into this relationship, all about you versus them. In the description box below, it explains everything that we focused on. It also, we're looking at the Virgo singles as well. So if you're interested, click that link in the description box and read everything that we talk about. Interested, click that link. If you're interested in something personal, you can click the link to my website and set something up for yourself. If you'd like to share, please do so in the comment section below. And if you are new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I'll be back very soon with another one. Take care, Virgo.